Hello YouTube and welcome to another toy review. Today I'm showing you the Star Wars Micro Machines Boba Fett Cloud City playset. As you can see, the playset in its closed form resembles Boba Fett's helmet, but let's not jump ahead. Let's check out the box first. On the box you get a pretty nice kind of painted artwork of Luke hanging in the Cloud City after the battle with Darth Vader, and down below you can see the iconic scene when Vader chops Luke's hand off, and you can see kind of this cloud car vehicle just flying by there. In this corner you can see the actual playset in its opened form. On the top there was a little display for the figures. On the side also some of the features that you have with this playset. The same on the other one. And on the back you can see again the playset in the open mode, the closed mode, and some other playsets that were available. I also have this Dagobah playset right here that I'm going to maybe show you guys later. And that's it about the box. On the outside it's a pretty good image of Boba Fett's helmet. I really like it. I think the playsets, these kind of head playsets that were available, some of them look kind of silly. I think the one with Luke in the X-Wing pilot helmet and maybe the Chewbacca one, I think they don't look that good. And also having a head of a iconic character on your shelf is maybe a bit weird looking. At least with this one you can pretend that you are only having the helmet of Boba Fett and not his actual head, so nothing of his face shows anyway. As you can see, the paint applications are quite nice. I really love how they managed to do this rundown, chipped off kind of feel that the original Boba Fett helmet has. There's also a dent right here. It looks very, very nice. This antenna here can be elevated like this. It's when you open the playset, it's a landing platform, and that's why you need that feature. On the back it's not that nice. It kind of has this big hole, and because of that, if you store your little figures inside and you move this around, they tend to fall out. And I'm not too happy for that, but there's no other way that you can make the transformation. So you kind of need this hole on the back of the head. You will see what I'm talking about right if I open it. It opens like this. You see, if you open this part, you kind of need to have that hole right there so the whole thing can just go through. Even though I bought this boxed, I'm sure the box was not sealed and someone already played with it and put it back in the box. I bought it on eBay because this piece was broken. I fixed it with some hot glue. As you can see, it looks kind of messy. And anyway, this piece was broken off, but I think even if it wasn't, this thing here, this part of the playset doesn't work too well. I mean, it's supposed to attach right there, but really these things these hinges that attach, that are supposed to be attaching there, they are just not doing it at all, and it falls off, or it fell off all the time. So I kind of said, okay, I'm going to use some hot glue and glue it on. With the hot glue becoming kind of like a rubber when it dries, you can still move it around almost as it was intended to move around anyway. But yeah, I did that, and that's why it looks kind of weird. Okay, let's see the figures that we are getting with this one. So you are getting 6 figures with the playset. You get Lando, like you see him back there. You get Darth Vader in this dynamic pose. You get Luke, also quite a dynamic pose. You get Han, and you're also getting Boba Fett right here. And the 6th figure is not really a figure, it's just a version of 3PO in this kind of a destroyed state, like he was in the movie. Up on top you can recreate the scene when Darth Vader chops Luke's hand off, and on the back you have this handle, and you can move Vader around and just push Luke down to his doom. The peg that's supposed to hold Luke in place, well, it doesn't really work. I guess it's because Luke is supposed to fall off from here, but I'm not so sure. So either way, you can only move Vader, and you can kind of push Luke down into that hole right there, and as he falls through there, you can see that he comes out on the bottom right here to this, like in the movie, in the air vent scene. And you can even open this hatch right here, have Luke fall out, and there's this little antenna thing that he grabs onto in the movie, so you can recreate the whole scene like that and have Luke hanging there. And then you can have your little Millennium Falcon and Princess Leia come and save the day. Yay! Okay, so that's about that part. I'm going to close this up now. So down here you can kind of see we are having 2 little compartments here. There's this prison cage right there. It opens with this button. There's this little bunk bed or something that you can pull out. Also, there's this little trapdoor like here, right here. So if you put Lando there, if I could manage to put something there properly, like this, and you open it up. Well, yeah, it was supposed to fall in. You can kind of see what the big idea is, I guess. Okay, so that's that. Then here there's also a little compartment, and well, it's just a little room. I guess it could be the room where, you know, Han and all the gang goes in, and Vader is already there waiting for them. I don't know, maybe that one. It's just a room in Cloud City. On this side, however, you have this kind of garbage burner thing. You can just open it, and you can place C-3PO there. And on the other side you can see spaceship of the spaceship of Boba Fett landing, and yeah, and there's another vehicle that comes with this playset. It's this cloud car thingy, and it goes right up there to this kind of a landing platform, so it sits right there nicely, and that's about it. As you can see, the figures, well, they are quite minuscule. They are ridiculously small, and although quite nicely detailed, but I realized that some other figures of the Micro Machines playsets, well, these don't come with playsets, these come with little vehicles, and I guess they are almost the same size but a little bit more detailed, or I don't know. Well, at least they have articulation, not much but a little. So even though they are made by the same company, they are quite different. It's the Boba Fett Cloud City playset from Micro Machines. What I like about this playset is that it's kind of vertical based. So it means that it starts on the top and a lot of things happen as you go down, and you have some nice little play options here on the bottom too, with these kind of rooms that you have there, and the jail cell is quite nice. I also like how it looks when it's closed. I really like the whole pattern of Boba Fett's helmet, and well, the whole thing, it closes quite in a clever way. I kind of like it. Of course I like the figures. I think you get the best selection because you basically get all the main characters with this one. You get Luke, you get Vader, you get Han, you get Lando. Well, the only one you don't have is basically R2-D2 at this point, so it's quite nice. What I don't like about this playset, first of all, I don't like the fact that mine was broken, but that's not the playset's fault. That's the seller's fault. So I'm not going to be bitter about that. What I don't like about it is that you don't really have places for the figures to stand. I mean, you have this kind of pegs here, and they are pegging in nicely, except for the one up there, because Luke doesn't peg here quite well, or not at all. But still, you can't store your figures like this. You can't leave them on the pegs because this whole section turns around and they won't stay there anyway. But my problem here is that when it comes to other playsets, like for example the Mighty Max playsets, you always have certain spots that you are supposed to put your figures, and they will stay there even if you close the playset. Even if you shake it, they won't be thrashing around inside. They will stay nicely in place, and this way maybe you won't lose them so easily. As you can see, in every Mighty Max playset they have a place to stay, and it works quite well. In this playset and in all the other playsets that I have, you don't have that option. See, what you can basically do is maybe put all your little figures inside there, so you won't lose them as you close the whole thing up, and you can just maybe hope that they will fit inside, but they don't. And you can see I can't even close the door. But still, you have to, maybe you can put some of them here in the jail cell, So you have to put them away somewhere, because if you close this whole thing up, and that's what I mentioned at the beginning, that if you close it up, you're left with a hole on the back, and if you're putting it away or whatever, your figures will just fall out through that hole. And so I'm not really a fan of that. I like my play sets to be, when they are closed, I like my figures inside to be safe and to stay in there and not fall out and not lose them. And I just don't have that option with the Micro Machines play sets. Most of them don't even fold in, only the heads fold in like this. But the other ones, like the Dagobah play set, it's big, it's nice, but you can't fold it in. And I have a lot of storage problem because of that, and I just don't like this about these play sets. But this way it looks very nice. I think you have a lot of play options with it, a lot of play value that you can get out of this. They are very, I think, well, I'm not sure about the others, but this one is definitely quite a sensitive play set, so you have to be very careful how you play with it, not to break anything on it. But it's very nice. The stickers are detailed very nicely. So all in all, I really like this play set. I do. It's got some very clever ideas. I'm just sad that it doesn't store the figures as securely as, for example, a Mighty Max play set. And well, obviously I'm sad because mine is broken, but well, anyway, at least I fixed it. So thank you for watching this review. I hope you liked it, and I'm going to make some more pretty soon. Stay tuned and take care. Bye bye.